What's up, world? And good morning. Welcome to the Brand New Show podcast videos, man. I'm changing up the name again, man. I gotta keep moving forward with this, man. So, as you know, you can go to my YouTube channel, Brand New Show, watch the videos. Before I get into the songs that have changed impacted my life and taught me lessons, I wanna say why I'm changing the video name. I think for me personally, again, it was Brandon Janeau show, Jeremiah's point of view. But now that I'm getting older, more advanced into this, I think now I can drop Jeremiah's point of view and just be like, it's Brandon Janeau show. It's just the podcast videos. Sometimes I can't do everything on my podcast, but I like doing the videos. I'm gonna now change the name. It's more of a confidence thing again. It's a confidence boost and where I'm going with it and creating more and more content for the people. So for the show, man, the podcast, and I probably will be doing a new podcast episode. I didn't know when I was going to do it, but I'm going to do it probably later on today. Give it to you guys. So be on the lookout for that. Also did one yesterday called Beauty in a Struggle, which is on podcast platforms right now. Go listen to it. Leave comments. Enjoy it, man. Truly, truly enjoy it. Let's start the show, man. Let's start this video, man. So yesterday I posted who I was gonna actually do it. This is the first time I actually posted, I think, who I was gonna do the songs that have impacted my life and taught me lessons on. I've never done that, which is crazy, because I always change my mind. I go listen to something else, and I'm like, no, this is what I want to do it on. But I don't know, just his songs, and I feel like it just stayed straightforward to the point of what I've been feeling lately, or what I've been feeling in the past. But I said I was gonna do it on Kendrick Lamar today, and the reason why I'm doing it on Kendrick Lamar, of course, is I might not talk about him a lot as like a favorite artist of mine, a favorite rapper of mine, but Kendrick Lamar is up there. Kendrick Lamar has had so many great projects, 3 amazing classic, sonically sound projects. Or however you want to count the Black Panther project, which was him and his team TDE. So he's had just 4 incredible projects. Of course, Good Kid, Mad City was one of the greatest debut albums, I think, of all time. I don't give a shit if it's rap or not. It is a great debut album, period. And I actually remember the day he dropped it. I was listening to Meek Mill album, because Meek Mill album came out that same day. And I think my brother was the one that told me, yo, go listen to Kendrick. I'm like, go listen to Kendrick. And by the time I finished listening to, like, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, I was like, okay, he wins. He's got this. And he's got so many classics on that album, man. It's a classic debut album. I still cannot understand how the fuck the Grammys fucked that up, but that's when I knew the Grammys was bullshit. When you fuck up and you completely just not give Kendrick any of those awards that night for that fucking project, I'm like, Grammys are bullshit. Then To Pimp a Butterfly, that album has had to grow on me, which I think a lot of people would say lately that was the album that had to grow, but it's the most impactful of his albums that I've heard, to me personally, and I think to everybody out there. Of course, Alright is like the obvious song, but you go listen to other songs on that project, like If These Walls Can Talk, or or one of my also personal favorites of that project is The Black of the Berry. Is such a fucking great song. Such a fucking amazing song. Then you go listen to, of course, Damn. That was the first time I think Kendrick actually tried to do the radio shit, and it played out perfectly, because he did DNA. He had, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That shit's so fucking funny, but it's such a fucking funny song. But it's kind of like the way he's rapping is kind of like, yeah, this shit is funny, but it's so fucking just amazing. And I can't say it other than singing it because it's literally one of my favorite songs off that project too. And it's like, yeah, 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 yeah. It's like holy shit. What else? He's got, of course, loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Yeah, Rihanna. He got love. He got humble. Pride. Oh my god. Oh man, Duckworth. Duckworth. Uh, fuck. It's like, hey man, I love music, and I love artists that can storytell. Most of my songs have pretty much been about people telling a story. Duckworth is such a fucking great storyteller. That's a great storytelling song. I literally cannot tell y'all how much of a story that fucking song is. It's crazy because I'm not gonna say that this is the song I'm doing today. But go if y'all ever listen to Damn, and you got to the end of the project and you listen to Duckworth. Oh my god, bro. Is top of the line, iconic storytelling. You know me, I love, man. I've said this enough on this damn thing. Every song I've ever done on here has been a storytelling. You know, maybe except like Blessing in Disguise, maybe Cannot Live. But even those two songs have a little bit form of storytelling. But Duckworth, oh my god, that is a fucking storyteller. That I was like, yo, I had to go play that shit like 3 times just to get the gist of it. I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, wait. But, so you never heard Damn, man. But if you, fuck, everybody's heard Damn. You know what I'm talking about. If you heard the end of the album and you heard Duckworth, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, he's talking about, it was 2 kids, growing up. And, one kid, used to, sell, and rob and do all that shit because they had no other options at that time. And the other kid, worked at KFC, and, and they planned to rob that KFC with him in it. And so instead of, him being like the victims a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that, last summer or some shit, he tells the kids, he tells them, every time they came to KFC, he gave them 2 extra biscuits, he gave them extra chicken, he just made sure they were good. So the next day when they would come and do it, if he was there, they wouldn't get him. And I was like, wow, that's fucking amazing. But that's just the beginning of it. Like, you listen to that fucking song and he just goes in. Like, he oh man, that's a fucking storyteller. I was like, Lord Jesus, that's different. I was like, damn, this is different. I was like, yo, this is different. And then at the end of the song, he reveals, the guy that was actually trying to rob the store is the man he signed to, Top Dog. But the person he was about to rob in the store was his dad. It's the fucking craziest thing in the world. Like, wait, what? And then he like, man, I put them in, he's like, the two, he's like, they gave him, God gave him a conscience to live with this, their decisions. And he said, nah, pay attention, because that decision changed both of their lives. He's like, a couple years later, who would have thought that incident would have created the greatest rapper alive? Because if Anthony would have killed Ducky, then Top Dog would be serving life while I grew up without a father and died in a gunfight. Like, it was like, wait, you telling me the fact that them 2 niggas could have he could have killed your dad, and then it's the craziest fucking song. I fucked it up, but go listen to it, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, oh wow, this is different. This is different. Like, that song got me every time. Every time I go to listen to Damn, that's the song I gotta go listen to at least once or twice on that fucking project. It's such a great fucking song. So I fucked it up, but go listen to it. I think I got the gist of it, man. But it's the fact that, and it's the loose end. Like, he was just rapping and but he's like, just pay attention. He's like, pay attention, because that decision changed both of their lives. He's like, he talks about, going into the studio and signing a Top Dog, and then them two started talking about the chicken incident, talking about it. And he's like, who would have known that the greatest rapper alive would be from coincidence? Because if Anthony would have killed him, Top Dog would be in prison for life, and I would have grew up without a father, and probably died in a gunfight. So it's kind of interesting just to put that shit into perspective and do that shit. Wow, that's fucking incredible. So go listen to that project and listen to, of course, Duckworth. But for the first time, I'm actually doing 2 songs from Kendrick. I said To Pimp a Butterfly is one of those albums that you kind of have to, go back and, pay attention to. One of those songs on that project that I definitely had to go and really pay attention to was How Much a Dollar Costs. If you ever heard, I know y'all pretty much have heard To Pimp a Butterfly, but if you haven't, how much a dollar really costs, how much a dollar costs is another form of storytelling that I can't explain when you gotta go listen to that song. And I'm gonna be honest, when I first heard the album, that song really didn't click with me. And then I heard and then Obama said that was one of his favorite songs off that project. And I was like, what the fuck am I missing then? So I went back and I listened to it. And this is what I got from it. I can't speak for everybody, but this is what I got from it. The price of fame is costly. That's what I got from it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I get to he goes into this story, and he's like, I got out the car at the gas station. I walk into the store, but this homeless man keep eyeing me. Like, what the fuck you eyeing me for? And he just keep looking at me. And he's like, what the fuck you keep looking at me for? And then he goes into saying he keeps looking at me like I'm supposed to save him. Like I'm supposed to give him this money and it's going to change his life forever. And, little does he know, I made all this money myself. You think I'm about to give you this money? And instead, he goes up to the homeless man and says, you know what, bro, why you got a problem with me? Why you keep eyeing me? And then the homeless man reveals to him, I'm God, man. What are you talking about? Nah, I'm just making sure one of my God's children is actually doing what he said he's going to do. And it just gets to the conversation of how much success do you want? How much of a cost is success? Which is how much a dollar costs. You're making all this money, but then, again, as well, I always say about myself and, anything. It's cool if I make it one day, but at the same time, I don't lose who I am at the core. And that's exactly what I say a lot on social media. I see it a lot. It's how much happiness do you really provide for? How much happiness are you really showing us? It's a lot of motherfuckers act like they're happy, but they're really not that happy inside. It's and that's kind of how I feel about this world sometimes. It's just very, we're so focused on, like I said yesterday on my video yesterday, it's we're chasing the fucking carrot. We're so straightforward. We don't even pay attention to what the fuck we're really trying to do for ourselves. And we don't pay attention to the people around us, So for him to talk, he's you're looking at he was just talking about how, and then at the end, like I said, at the end of the song, he reveals, the homeless man reveals himself as God. He's like, you talking about all this money, that you making and fame and all that shit. But my son, what about your soul? What about your loved ones? What about the people that really have held you down? What about them? How you feel about them? Do they think that you haven't changed anything? That's what I got for the song. That's how I felt about the song. Maybe I'm tripping, but that's just my interpretation. And like I said, it's my interpretation. It's my opinion. And then he has a song on Damn, which kind of continues that feeling towards it. And it's kind of why I said these are the 2 songs that's pretty impactful for me in particular. Because he got a song on Damn called Fear. Now, I did a video, my first song that impacted my life. I did a video called Fear, but the song was from Drake, Drake's Fear. It's kind of at the cusp of his career. It was off of So Far Gone. But this Fear was kind of, is why I say How Much a Dollar Costs kind of is intriguing to me. Because Fear kind of answered my question on Damn. Because, again, he's talking about how he was when he was a kid. and I think his mom was just like, "You think you grown? You think you grown? I'm gonna beat the respect in you. Like you gonna learn from me. You know what I'm saying? You gonna learn that you ain't grown. You can't run this house by yourself. You 7 years old. You can't run this house by yourself." It's like I was like, huh? I was like, but he was like, that's how traumatic it could be for kids. You know, especially in our community, how traumatic it could be because that's how parents just look at you like, you think you grown? You ain't grown. I don't like. And I was like, damn, that's interesting. And when I listen to it now, it's kind of like that's what I get it as. It's like when you young, you know, especially in our community, you know, my community, you know, your parents just, you know, they I don't want to say too much, but you know how it goes. But yeah, it was kind of interesting to have that at the beginning of the song. Him just talking about how like there's some things about, you know, our childhood that it's just like you can't take back sometimes. It's just like that's a part of us. So what he goes into his second verse on Fear, which is him talking about, you know, getting older. And he says literally at the beginning of the verse at 27, you know, my biggest fear was being idolized and showing, you know, being the biggest rapper in the game and all this. And again, that's how I felt about how he said it. But, you know, he was just like, my biggest fear was, you know, not being considered one of the greatest to ever do it. But then he gets into like learning about how Rihanna, I think, lost her money and how her accountant fucked her over and shit. And then he's like, then he gets to his fears of that, and he's like, you know, what if like, and then he gets deeper into it. He's like, wait, what if it's not about the money? Maybe it's like how my city feels about me and how my loved ones feel about me and how I feel about me, you know, and you know, and he was just like, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just being afraid to not be the greatest to do it. It's fear and not thinking that you can be the guy. And it's fear. It's real fear in this shit. And he's like, it's fear because you're chasing something that maybe someday you may never ever accomplish and achieve. And he's like, I'm talking fear. Fear of the possibilities of losing out on you and me. I'm talking fear. Like, fear that it will never be another me. Like, I'm talking fear. Like, and it's so crazy, man. It's one of my favorite songs, too, off of that project, damn. But those are the two songs, man, that I think feel like they've impacted my life more and more because I listen to those two songs and I truly believe that, like, that's where I look at, you know, storytelling at its finest. You know, like I always say, I love storytelling, and those are the songs that I enjoy the most because it's very truthful. You know what I'm saying? And man, one of my favorite songs, man. And like I said, man, y'all clearly y'all listen to Kendrick Lamar, so go listen to those projects. All of them, man. Of course, I could have picked another song, but those are the two songs to me personally because I got the most from those two songs. You know, even like I said, Black and the Berry is such a great fucking song. Like, Black and the Berry is like literally him just going down, like just going to everybody. Like, yeah, like y'all love us, but y'all want us to just dance and sing and rap and shit, but yet we got a mind of our own. He's like, even though I can celebrate, you know, I can celebrate Black history every week like it's my birthday. It's like, you know, and then he gets at the end of the song again where it's like a positive message. It's just like, I was like, but it's a message. It's a positive message to me personally because it's like, you know, I could talk about all that shit, but at the end of the day, then gangbanging got me killing somebody blacker than me. Like, what sense did that make? Like, all of that shit, we talking about all that, but yet we're still killing each other. Like, it don't make any sense. Like, we'd be like, we united, but then we killing each other still over some bullshit. So I thought that was very impactful, you know, on Black and the Berry. It's one of my favorite songs off of that. Also off of How Much a Dollar Costs. I Said Good Kid, Mad City. You got so many great fucking songs on there. Now Never, of course, with him and Mary J. Blige is such a cool song because it's literally him talking about getting to his dreams again, and it's awesome, you know, to hear him at the end of that song, at the end with Mary J. Blige and the way she was singing on there. It was just a beautiful song. What's it? Man, he got so many great songs. Even his collaborations that he's been on. When you listen to like right before he dropped Good Kid, Mad City, he did a collaboration with DJ Khaled with J. Cole, Big Crit, and it's called They Ready. I think I posted it yesterday on my Instagram while I was talking about him. And I got to his verse, and it's so fucking cool because he's just like, hold up, but don't forget about Compton, nigga. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 for no limit, and the rest for death row. And if it's been body, that mean this is the realest shit I ever wrote. And if they find this is the liars I know, or some shit, like he was just ripping, man. Or By the World when Mike Will made it, Future and Wayne, like. He's always had songs, man, that have impacted my life. And, now I'm sitting back at it, and I'm appreciative of living in the era I lived in with the hip-hop. I came into a pretty good, stretch with some good guys, man. Drake, of course, J. Cole, and Kendrick. And so Big Sean, I give Big Sean a lot of love. I think he's a top 5 rapper, to be honest with y'all, man. Big Sean's one of my favorite rappers. Meek Mill, too. Wale, Big Crit, Currency, Wiz Khalifa, Nicki Minaj. Like, Nicki's in that era. Like, I don't know what the fuck people keep. Nicki's in that shit, yo. Like, so, of course, Nipsey Hussle and Mac Miller. Rest in peace. Those amazing, artists. Yeah, man. I grew up in a good era, man. Some music, man. As a young growing kid, it was those songs, man, impacted me a lot. So, like I said, man, these are the songs that have impacted my life, man. I'm truly don't know where I could go next with these next songs. I mean, I think I've done a Meek Mill one. I don't know who else I could go with next. I really can't. So this might be the last one, but again, it's my series, so I could open it back up anytime I feel like it. This might be my last one, but I'm not done with music. I just need y'all to know that. I'm not doing music. I might not be doing songs, but I will still probably do artists that have impacted my life. Because last time I was trying to think about, like, what other songs I go to. There's so many other ones. But they've impacted my life on different levels. I might go, I don't know. But I won't say this is the last one, because I don't want that to be the last thing you hear from it. But like I said, I gotta sit with some songs. This is a new artist that also have impacted my life with songs. So I might not be down yet. Just gotta listen to him a little bit more and really understand it. I don't think I did one for Joel Santana. So that might be the next one up. Next week, it might be Joel Santana, because he got a song that's definitely impacted my life. So, yeah, man. I will see y'all soon, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Hopefully, I do the podcast today. I don't know what the title's going to be, but until then, go listen to the podcast episode from yesterday, Beauty and the Struggle. But more importantly, man, continue to support me, man. Leave comments on the podcast. Leave comments on the YouTube videos. Leave comments on my Instagram. Leave comments everywhere, man. I would love to hear y'all comments, man. I would love to see it and hear what y'all got to say about everything I'm doing. And appreciate y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all for always supporting me. This is the Brandon Janu Show. And I'll talk to y'all later. Question of the week coming soon. So, get ready. I'm out. Peace.